What's up, YouTube? It's Dan here, and today's video is on just a few thoughts of mine about fragrances. Well, the art of fragrance. Now, I got thinking about this video because of all the threads I usually run across, or I'll see of someone that says reviewers review too many niche fragrances, and I'll get some letters saying, why don't you review more designer fragrances? And you know what? I like to keep it half and half. Keep it fair like that. You know, designers are definitely more affordable, especially if you're a guy who wants to collect the bottles and wants a full bottle of something. They're definitely more affordable. But to be honest with you, my nose has definitely fallen for the niche realm, the niche world of things. And there is a reason for that. You know, people always ask, is niche worth the money? Well, I don't know. That's only something that you can judge. Is something that you smell worth the price tag that's behind it? And if it's not, well, move on. Don't buy it. But frankly, for me, I have come across things that just blow me away, you know, and are worth the money to me. Now, granted, I am not rich. I am not Mr. Daddy Warbucks. But when you start thinking of fragrances like art, I don't know. You know, I used to, way back in the day, want to collect every bottle that I could, but frankly, I think that's way ridiculous now because I can't even use the stuff up that I really love. You know, just tons of juice. I mean, I got my bottle of Vetiver Tonka last year, almost going on a year now, and I got it full, and right now it's half full, and I've given a lot of that juice away as samples to people, and that's my favorite fragrance. The stuff lasts forever when you collect the stuff, so really, the bottles are cool. Sure, I love to get the bottles, but I only really like to get the bottles now collect the bottles of stuff that I really love. And frankly, I don't even like to keep all the juice that's in it. Anyway, to me, it just seems like a waste. Like, I just picked up a bottle of Anna Cattal's Vetiver that should be coming soon, and I'm probably going to sell half the juice that's in it. Because why in the hell should it sit there on my shelf with nobody using it? I mean, I'm going to use it, but when you're a fragrance nut, a fragrance junkie, man, you're wearing stuff all the time, checking out different stuff, and that's what's fun. To me, fragrance has gotten to the point of where I think of it more as like art. Art that I love. Some people love paintings, you know, and when you go to a museum and you're looking at paintings, can you buy them all and take them home? No. You know, and there's one that you really love, you probably can't buy that either. You know, you go there, you check it out for 5-10 minutes, and then you leave. Well, with art like fragrance, man, this is an art form that you can take with you. You can enjoy the whole day, way more than 5 minutes, and the emotions that it can bring to you is incredible. Sure, paintings are cool, very beautiful to look at, but boy, what a scent can do to your brain, trigger the memories, or bring happy thoughts, or make you want to hurl, you know, just all kinds of emotions come out of scent. And it's just incredible, you know, if to get into this hobby of art, of fragrance, you don't need to be rich. My God, you know, I don't need a full bottle of anything. Frankly, most of my stuff is samples now. I mean, I'm gonna wear something a few times and then move on to the next one and check it out. That's the fun in it for me now. Sure, you know, it's still fun talking about the panty droppers. You know, that's always great, having fragrances that the ladies love. But for me, it's a lot more than that now. Now, there definitely isn't anything wrong with designer fragrances. There is still a hell of a lot that I can learn from the designer market for sure. Because some of these folks, I believe, probably still have a little bit of artistic flavor with them. But even if they don't, you know, when I think about Jacques Polge from Chanel, and they come up to him and they say, listen, buddy, we need you to make a fragrance that's going to sell millions all over the world, and you're going to make us millions. Do it. You know, I would think that's not necessarily the most easiest task, to make something that you know for Chanel is going to be quality stuff and mass amounts of people are going to love it and are going to buy it and are going to make money. It can't be too easy of a job. So I got to have mad respect for some of the designer fragrances out there, you know, because I really don't know. I don't know if it's easy, if they just get in there and everything's done generically. I'm sure with fragrances like Hummer or Donald Trump the fragrance or stuff like that, you know, I don't know, Gray Flannel maybe. Boy, but, you know, some of these designer houses, there definitely is some great stuff that comes out of them, but I don't know, not close to niche. So if you were to ask Dan, is niche worth the money? Are niche fragrances, is that a better world than the designer world? Damn right. But there's nothing wrong with designers as well. So as far as all you folks that say, why don't you review more designer fragrances? I want to say, why don't you smell more niche? Or maybe not, because you don't want to get sucked in and go broke. But you don't really have to go broke if you can control yourself. And I don't think enough people get the message. You don't need every stinking bottle out there. It's just nuts. It took me a while to get that message. I don't know. Sure, it's fun and great, but I don't know. The more I sit and look at my bottles, and I can't even... I have like a lot of stuff that I love now. And I can't even wear like my favorite stuff all the time. It's gonna last me for years. To me, it just seems pointless and a waste of money sitting on the shelf. If you're somebody like me that likes to move on, gets bored, checks something out, goes on a little ride for a few days, and then moves on to the next ride and checks something else out. That's the fun in it for me. So really, when I think about it, why should I have a bottle sitting around of anything? Because I'm just moving on to something else. So if you're like me, and you're a fragrance junkie, and you're always looking for the next thrill, and you're in the designer realm, well, maybe not, maybe, maybe you shouldn't be afraid to jump into the niche one, because there are ways to get decants and samples and all kinds of stuff, especially with this community growing like this. Everybody shares, people like to trade. People are always trading bottles though, but man, I wish the whole sample thing would kick in. It has with me anyways, and people that I notice that are close with me in the community, samples going out here, samples going out there. That's great, you know. Lots of stuff, lots of juice out there in this community waiting to be spread around and shared. But I think that is it. You know, when it comes to fragrance, I really love thinking of it as art. But with art, there also should be fun. So part of that art is smelling great, you know, because I see a lot of threads out there about guys that want the fragrances that drop the chick's panties. And frankly, I don't think there is a magic panty dropper out there, and if there was, Fierce is probably pretty damn close. But you know, I tend to think of fragrances not as like a guaranteed panty dropper, but they sure are awesome weapons in the battle of love, brother. That's right. So, you know, that's just some of my thoughts for today. Had to share, kind of ranting a little bit, a little rambling. But hey, that's alright. It's Monday. What the hell? Anyways, you guys take care, and we'll see you soon.